Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lackawanna Pastimes. Today, we're joined by students from Riverside High School, as well as teachers from Valley View and the NEIU to discuss our long-running local history game show, You Live Here, You Should Know This. Students have been working on this game show all year. They come up with questions based on different local history topics, usually grouped around a theme. We have different interesting ways of asking the questions to kind of trip people up and test their knowledge of local history. The game show is a Jeopardy style game show. We usually run it every spring. This will be the 14th year that we're doing it. I'll turn the program over now to Marianne and the students. They get to hear a little bit about their experiences, and they'll also try and test your knowledge with the version of the game show ourselves today.
Thank you, Sarah. I know everyone can't see me, but I figured you see me enough. So I wanted to get out of the camera and keep our students in your visual, because it is really their work that makes the game show happen every year. And so what we wanted to do this year, we're actually, as Sarah said, in our 14th year. So we're thinking of changing up the schedule a little bit this year. We're aiming for an afternoon program so that more of our members who can't get on at night will be able to come and join us. And we're also shifting the schedule this year to fall. Our April schedule is already filled up with many things. So since we're not doing a spring program, we're going to give you a little bit of information to get you excited and thinking about fall when we run a live game show. So to begin with, I'm going to ask each student to introduce themselves, starting with Alex.
Hi, my name is Alex Kimball, and I'm in 8th grade at Riverside Jr. High School. This is my first year being a part of the Historical Society, and I got introduced to this through Mr. Murphy. I like learning about Lackawanna history, and being around people who know the history, it can help me find out more about Lackawanna.
Michael.
Hello, my name is Michael Burke, and I'm in 8th grade at Riverside Jr. High School. I joined the group through an invitation from Mr. Murphy, who was my social studies teacher 4 years ago when I was in 4th grade, and my friend Alex, who was also invited. This is my first year in the group, and so far I've enjoyed my experience in learning more about the history of Lackawanna County. I look forward to learning more into the game show we're hosting in the future.
Jordan.
Hi, my name is Jordan Marcico, and this is my first year as a member of the Lackawanna Historical Society. I'm an 8th grader at Riverside Jr. High School and was invited through my friend Alex Kimball and my former 4th grade social studies teacher, Mr. Murphy. Over the past few months with the Lackawanna Historical Society, I've learned much about the local history of the county while creating questions for our upcoming 2023 game show. I look forward to participating next year and learning more about Lackawanna County.
Peyton.
Hi, I'm Peyton Alstridge. I'm a freshman at Riverside Jr. High School, and this is my first year being a part of the Lackawanna Historical Society. I got involved through my sister, Olivia. She was a member of the Historical Society last year. From her, Mr. Murphy had asked me if I wanted to join this year. I thought it would be a fun experience and decided to join. I enjoy being part of the Historical Society because I get to learn more in-depth things about our local history. I also get to be part of an organization that ensures the youth of Lackawanna County are learning and sharing our history. Over the past few months, we've been preparing for the game show we host, as well as learning about and touring some of Scranton's landmarks. I am really looking forward to our game show and the time that I will spend in the Historical Society next year.
Grace.
Hello, my name is Grace Munley, and I'm a freshman at Riverside High School. I'm a first-year member of the Lackawanna Historical Society. My brother, Jack Munley, is a junior, and he became a member of the Historical Society last year. I was asked by Mr. Murphy to join the Historical Society this year because of my brother's prior involvement. I greatly enjoy being in the Historical Society because I get to learn local history and spend time with people who have knowledge of Lackawanna County. We have been busy creating questions for the game show in a few months, and I look forward to being a part of it.
Thank you, students. Now, I also wanted to ask our teachers just to give a brief intro and tell us a little bit about how they got involved in this project, the game show. And I'm going to ask Kathleen to start.
Hi. I'm Kathleen Myers from Valley View High School. I came in on the ground floor the very first year where we're deciding what type of format to use, and for over the number of years we've been doing this, I think Valley View has had 65 students representing and participating, sometimes 2, 3, 4 years at a time, and we've had to come back as contestants.
My name is Sean Murphy. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Riverside Elementary East School, having taught most of the students here in 4th grade, and being the advisor to the high school group that comes out every year. I I kind of carefully look for students who I think are interested in learning local history and have a lot of ambition. This group does. I'm very proud to be part of this group. And again, I've been a part of this, just like Kathleen and Cindy Sermonero of Valley View, since its inception.
Mr. Hershey.
Yes, I'm Bill Gershie. I'm a retired teacher, and after retiring, I became involved with the Northeastern Educational Intermediate Unit, which was mentioned before. We, as Kathleen said, we were involved in the ground floor and the planning and starting of this, and I've been involved ever since. It's always great to work with all these wonderful students who do so much hard work to produce a really entertaining and informative game show.
So now that you've met everyone, what we want to do is just talk to you a little bit about what the process is for planning the game show. If you've been to the live game shows or you've watched it on our YouTube page, you've seen the students in a very formal space getting together. They have the game boards already, they practice, they're asking the questions, but it takes the entire school year from them to get to that point. So one of the things they do is meet in this space. This is the dining room of the Historical Society's Catlin House, and they come here 4 or 5 times a year. They spend the entire class day with us at 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and they research local history. So we just put a couple of things on the table to kind of set the mood for you. Basically, we'll pull things out of the library that relate to the topics that the students choose. So maybe one of the students could volunteer to tell us about a topic that you looked at this year and what sort of information you found to get you to your category questions. Does anybody want to volunteer?
I guess I will. So I researched colleges and universities, and I found that Marywood University had started with a class of 34 women, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I also did one on Bergs and Bills, and I used like some of the books that we have here to help find some information on those.
Do you want to pick up the book that you used?
It's called Labeling Lackawanna, the stories behind Lackawanna County place and names.
Which is a new book published by the Historical Society. That's a commercial. It's available for sale, but it's a great resource, especially for this sort of question building. Does anyone else want to volunteer some information about their experience in researching something here?
Yes, I will.
Jordan?
So I did a category on John Willard Roth's collection of some of the famous people he's painted. And I've used his guide to the John Willard Roth Gallery that's here at the Lackawanna Historical Society for some information on them.
So if you haven't been to the Historical Society since 2020, we developed a guidebook for all of the Roth paintings in the house, and several of them are portraits, including George Henry Catlin, the benefactor of the Historical Society. So Jordan was able to take that book and to develop some questions about the people that are portrayed in these portraits, and learned a little bit about John Willard Roth, who is an artist from what town, Jordan?
Dunmore?
Dunmore, thank you. So a local artist, which we were excited about. Anyone else want to talk a little bit about what they came up with as far as a category? Michael, how about you?
I did a category on like famous people from here. We labeled it as Guess Who, which is a board game.
Yes, and we did try to use a couple of game boards, I think, when we were developing the categories. Michael, did you remember any specific people that you learned about?
Loretta Walsh, she was the first woman to ever enlist in the Navy in the United States of America. She lived
What town was she from?
Oliphant.
Oliphant, very good. so you can see they've learned a lot, and they're putting it all together. Grace, how about you? Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience this far into the process?
Yes, my experience this far has been good. We started by picking our categories and dividing what we were going to do. And then we started researching, we used books and also online. We came up with our questions that we were going to use for our categories. And yeah, it's been a good experience thus far.
Thus far, thank you. Alex,
You want me to just say like what I like about the experience?
tell me what you liked about the experience.
Well, when I first got here, I like to like walk around the house and see the stuff that they collected, like about wars and stuff like that, and then just to sit here and discuss ideas to make categories on. And I took some equipment from like files that they had here to make questions about like food areas around here.
Yeah, he did some research on food and was able to use some pieces from the vertical file. He also had a particular favorite military artifact. What was it?
Oh, it was the mask that they use for like whenever people throw mustard gas in like trenches and stuff like that.
So you could see these students have a variety of interests, which helps to build the questions and create a broad scope in the game show. So we're very grateful to them. Who did I not ask yet?
Yes, we do also.
Everybody? All right, very good. Sean or Bill or Kathleen, do you want to add anything else about how the process has worked for you over the many years that you've participated?
Although Lackawanna County includes many boroughs and townships and 2 cities, I think it's really the location of the Historical Society is very beneficial to the students because we've had some times where we've gone out, we've ventured into the city where a lot of the important events took place that helped to form Lackawanna County. There's still some, there's an endless amount of places to visit, but I think the location's great where this place is located, and it lends itself to further exploration, and it's just been a great experience, and the kids are working hard.
I've learned a lot about Lackawanna. I live in neighboring Wayne County, just over the border, and I have learned a lot about Lackawanna County. Of course, I travel to Lackawanna County a lot, so it's almost as like I also live here in a way. And one joke that Marianne and I have is that Lake Henry is right on the border of Lackawanna County and Wayne County, and it's technically in Wayne County by a few feet, I suppose, in some cases. But Silkman Swamp is over there near Lake Henry. He, of course, is a
Yes, it was named for Henry Silkman. And
right.
earlier, I think we came up with something on the Silkman. Does anybody remember what it was? Today we looked at something that had the Silkman name on it.
The Silkman House later became a public building, a public institution. That's my clue.
It's one of the categories.
Silkman House, say North Scranton.
It was.
Right.
Does anybody that's here know what the Silkman House became? This might lead us into a nice way to start playing the game. You can raise your hand, or you can just unmute and tell us if you know.
Does anyone know what institution in Lackawanna County the Silkman House was? I do, but I'm a ringer, so I can't answer.
North Scranton Public Library.
There you go.
Very good, Gail. Thank you.
So I think I can share. Kathleen, do you want to add anything before we start playing?
I'll just note that it seems like maybe every so many years we'll have questions that repeat, but to us the repeats, to them it's brand new, and just to watch them developing and realizing that these exciting activities happen in their backyards is seeing it through their eyes just makes it that much more exciting.
Another thing too is that each year I think, well, how many more questions can there be about Lackawanna County? We've done this for 10 or 12 years, and have we exhausted everything? And somehow we always come up with new questions.
Or new to
New
our
information,
audiences.
yes.
And somebody complains because every year we ask a question about a doll that's not exhibit here. And her name is Blandina. Unless you've toured the house, I don't think you can appreciate Blandina. Oh no. Can we get this mouse stuck? I'm trying to share a screen, but my mouse is stuck. The green one. Okay. It's the mouse is really touchy on the dining room table, so.
We're pulling up our game board as a practice here, so you can see what the game looks like if you've never been to or seen the game. If you haven't seen the game show in the past, if you're not in Scranton or happen to be when we're doing the game, the last few years are available on our YouTube channel as well. The last few years of the game show, so you can tune in on your own and see past versions of the game show.
Can I ask a question? It's Marla.
Sure.
Is it televised? Like, how is it actually conducted? Or is it like at the Historical Society? I mean, where does it take place?
We've been in the past, we've had it at the Scranton Cultural Center. We've had it at Montage at the ski lodge at Montage. The last few years we have live streamed it on our YouTube channel with help from ECTV. As live streamed it as it was being played, and then the video is available on YouTube. Hopefully we could do the same thing again to live stream it again. We're still working on finalizing details for this version for where and when it will be. But ideally, again, we will at least be able to live stream it via YouTube as well, so you could see without having to come to wherever we're going to be. We will post those details when we have them. But as I said, there are a few past versions available on our YouTube channel that you can watch now.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Are you seeing the screen?
I am, yes.
Okay, so we thought we'd let everyone take one question. And George, I know you're a big fan, so I'm going to ask you to pick a category and amount.
So you have a blank category on top. What is that?
That is coal mining.
Coal mining. Well, let's do coal mining.
For how many points?
For how many points?
Oh, let's go. Let's be Jeopardy and go 50.
Grace, read it.
This is a deposit of anthracite waste on the surface of a mine.
Am I supposed to give you the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that calm?
Yes. So 50 points for George. And I think Michael's going to keep score.
Uh-oh.
Okay, good.
Sarah, do you want to call on people because you have better volume than I do?
Sure, I'll try. How about Marla? Marla, would you like to go next?
Sure. I don't live there, so I don't expect a high score. Although I did know the column answer.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't even know. I'll try A Christmas Carol for 10.
Besides 507 Linden Street in Scranton, where else can you see an Electric City sign lit up at night?
No idea.
Does anyone want to?
Does anyone else want to chime in?
Naog Park.
Who was that?
Naog Park.
Very good.
Oh,
10 points for Marty.
but that's only once a year.
Well, yeah, but it's a Christmas theme. That's why the category is A Christmas Carol. We like a theme here, George. All right. How about Gail? Would you like to pick a category and a point value?
Coal mining for 10.
All right.
This is a large wooden structure built around entrances to mines used to separate coal to process.
Is it the colliery or the audit or
More
Breaker.
specific.
breaker?
Marla. And
Yes.
and Gail. Yes. 10 points for Marla, 10 points for Gail. We're pretty flexible with the score today.
Yeah. I believe, Sarah, the colliery was all of the buildings on the surface of the mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It's the whole site is the
yeah.
is the
And
color.
after Avondale, you weren't allowed to put the breaker near the mine entrance or certainly on top of it.
Not without another entrance. Yes. Going on. How about Marty? Would you like to pick a column or pick a category?
I'll go with Animal Farm for 10 points.
Okay.
The logo for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders is this animal riding a rail.
And you know, I've seen it 100 times, and at this moment, I couldn't tell you what it is. Is it a donkey?
Not a donkey.
No. Okay. No clue.
Anyone else?
want to steal?
Can you hear me now?
I can. Yes. Thank you.
I figured out how to unmute. I will take the mining for 20.
Okay. Thank you.
These animals were the first move coal cars and mines.
Donkeys,
No. Trick
mules.
question.
Oh, those are oxen.
That was a trick question.
Oh, all right, now we got Diana. What category would you like, Diana?
How about a Christmas Carol for 20?
Okay.
This free gift to the community has been performed by the Ballet Theater of Scranton since it was first performed in 1976.
The Nutcracker.
Very good.
Very good.
10 points to Diana. 20. Sorry.
20 points. 20 points. I think Stephanie's still there, but I think Stephanie might be on the phone. We're gonna do another round.
Yeah, do one more round.
Okay. How about Marla?
Okay. How about, I guess I'll do coal mining for 30. It's the only thing there's any chance I might know about. Although no guarantees. Oh, another term.
What's another term for breaker boys?
It wouldn't be colliery boys.
No.
Okay.
And these are all alliterative, these answers.
Oh. No idea.
Anyone else have an idea?
Slate pickers.
Well, that works.
Oh,
No, these are not the
slate
alliterative.
pickers. Okay.
That's not alliteration.
No, there's another game board that has alliterative ones. I got
Ah,
one game board.
okay. All right.
We've been playing all morning.
Everything blends together after a while. How about George?
Let's do coal mining for 40 and finish the category.
Okay.
What is the name of a solid block of untouched coal between open spaces and mines?
Is that the seam?
Pillar.
Pillar.
Oh, yeah.
Points to Diana.
Diana gets the points. 40 for Diana.
Oh, you didn't have the picture up.
Well, no, that's the answer.
Come until the answer, George.
There's two screens here. It's the question and the answer. Well, let's go down to Stephanie because I skipped Stephanie before.
Okay, I said, this is not what I was expecting for the seminar, so I was not the least bit prepared for what this is all about.
That's okay. That's all right. How about Marty?
Well, let's see. Since I did so poorly on 10 points for Animal Farm, let's go to 20.
All right.
The architecture of this building on Biden Street in Scranton is known for its mountain eagles.
The Scranton Times building?
No. On Biden.
Okay.
Used to be Spruce Street. Well,
Although there are eagles on the Scranton Times building.
well, owls.
Yes, owls, that's true. The post office?
That's not on Vine Street.
Not on Spruce. Or
Well,
Biden.
then we're left with the courthouse, and if it isn't one of those, I do not know.
Does anybody else want to try?
Anyone else?
Wouldn't have the faintest idea.
Okay. Scranton Lake?
It's the Scranton Life building. It's the corner of Spruce and Adams. All along the top are eagles. Mary Claire?
Oh, let's give me something easy. How about ask the experts for 10?
Okay.
Okay, so a point of explanation. When we did this live, we had a video from a local expert. This local expert was Judge Julia Munley. So her question will be read by Alex.
A woman of many firsts, she served as Lackawanna County's first female state representative and was the first woman elected to a leadership position in the Democratic caucus in the 300th year history of the legislature. She was also my grandmother.
Not Alex's.
Not Alex's grandmother.
Oh my, I haven't been in Scranton in 60 years. So I wouldn't know. Thought it would be easy. Does anyone else know?
Anyone else?
Is it Munley?
Do you know?
Marion,
Yes, it
Marion
is.
Munley?
Marion Munley.
10 points for Gail.
All right. Gail, did you want to pick one more?
Can I say no?
Sure, you can say no.
Ask the expert for 20.
This
Wrong one.
I did that, didn't I?
There we go.
There you go.
This Oliphant native found fame on Broadway, starring in more than 4,000 performances of Mamma Mia, over 11 years, making her the longest running lead in the show's history.
My. Oh, my.
No idea for Mamma Mia.
Then deciphered.
Anybody else?
Try to do current and local and Lackawanna history. So this woman was on Broadway as recently as 10 years ago, I think. I think we'll show you the answer. That's a hard one.
Judy McLean.
Judy McLean.
No.
But it was a good question.
Here's the score.
George has 80, Marla has 10, Marnie has 10, Gail has 20, Diana has 60, Mary Claire has 0, and Stephanie has 0.
So George has won this part of the game. If you wanted to keep playing, we could, but I don't want to hold everybody up because I know we keep it short and sweet when we do these pastimes. So hopefully you enjoyed it. You got a sampling of what the game looks like. How hard it really is when you're playing, because I think sometimes when people are in the audience, you can always come up with a question, but when you're on the spot, it gets a little harder. So we're glad you tried to play. If you ever want to form a team, we're more than happy to add new teams to the games. And I hope that you will appreciate the work of our young folks. And this is the youngest class of students we've had. If you've heard, some of them are in 8th grade. So we've got a little younger, which gives us more longevity with them for the future games. So thanks to everyone for watching, and stay tuned and you'll find out when the new games are. Does anybody want to have any parting words?
Thank you for coming and joining us.
Thank you. Your work.
Great work by the students.
If you have suggestions for categories too, we're always happy to hear that. Someone recently asked me, a West Side native, if she could submit some questions about West Side because she loves her town and she wants more people to know what she knows. So if you want to share questions, please do. If you want to play, let me know. We'll get you on a team, and basically just continue to support us, because these are our future historians and we're so glad to have them.
Amen. Amen.
All right. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to our students who I said have clearly worked very hard on this. They keep learning new things every month when they're here. They have favorite objects in the house. They have favorite topics. They're very passionate about local history now. So it's always great to work with them. The teachers we've been working with for so long. We will have more information about the date of this year's game show that we'll put out as soon as we have it. But in the meantime, if you've missed past episodes, the most recent 3 or 4 game shows are available to watch on our YouTube channel as well. We do hope to live stream the game show this year when we host it. It will be live in person and then live streamed as well. As for Lackawanna Pastimes, our next topic will be on Friday, April 28th. We'll be joined by our volunteer and researcher, Gary Ryman, who recently published a book on Gifford Pinchot. Pinchot was a Milford native who was the governor of Pennsylvania in the 1920s. Pinchot rose to fame with Theodore Roosevelt, working with forestry and conservation issues, and then served 2 terms as the governor of Pennsylvania. So Mr. Ryman will look at Pinchot's political career in Pennsylvania. And also mention his wife, who is super awesome. We love Cornelia Pinchot. So I hope you could join us for that in April. In the meantime, any other past episodes are available on our YouTube channel to check up. So again, thank you everyone for joining us, and to our students, have a lovely weekend. Happy Easter and stay well. Thank you.